my lower abdomen. Like I can suck in this part of my abdomen. I have a hard time sucking in that the lower part.
That's where your core muscles are though, and so a lot of people will find that because we sit a lot and because we're not taught to engage that part of our bodies, we start to lose some of the strength in our low abdomen. So it's the pelvic floor, it's your psoas muscles, it's even, you know, some of the low back and moving into like the legs and stuff. So our legs actually start in the middle of our lumbar. And we don't even realize that, but we only focus on using our quads this and quads that, hamstrings. But really the muscle that connects to the inside of the femur comes into the hips and connects to the lumbar. That's where our legs begin. Using your leg from those muscles start to strengthen that core. So there's a lot of muscles that we can activate, and yoga focuses on activating those core muscles. You want to have a strong core because it'll prevent you from having low back injuries. L5S1 is a huge problem that a lot of people have because they lock their knees to support their weight and they're sitting in their joint, but then that also makes their back kink and then they compress their L5S1. So you want to do some core work. It won't take long for you to start to feel it. Just keep activating those muscles and eventually you will. In this breath work that we're going to be doing today, which is the Agni Pranayama, breath of fire, you're activating that to push the air out. So a lot of the times we're voluntarily bringing that air in, right? We're drawing that air in. When we're doing breath of fire, we're going to be focusing on the exhalation and the body's going to automatically take air in. And then we focus on the exhalation and then the body will take the air in. So you want to practice constricting those core muscles, pushing that air out through your nose forcefully, and then allow the body to inhale just by bringing air in naturally. So we are going to, like I said, we're going to do the Agni Pranayama, which is the breath of fire. You're going to work towards producing inhalations and exhalations that are the same length. So at first, while you're practicing, your inhale might be a little bit longer than your exhalation because you're going to be forcing the exhalation out, and then your body's going to draw in breath. But the idea is to start increasing increasing the breath of fire is a fast inhalation exhalation. So you're going to start making those inhalations a little bit shorter and exhaling a little bit faster. Okay. So some of the benefits that we do get out of doing the breath of fire, we've been doing a lot of different pranayama techniques or breathwork techniques that have been calming to us. And this, even though it's an activating one, it still has a lot of benefits to it. So it'll release all of the built up energies that we have stored in our bodies, any of the built up anxiety, any built up nervousness that we may have. It forces the diaphragm in and out, and this has a direct impact on the navel center, releasing any of the emotions as well. So when we work with our chakras, the sacral chakra, which is just below the navel, which is where our core muscles reside, that tends to hold a lot of emotion. That tends to hold emotions of even abandonment, relationships, some of our sexual energy.
Which one did you say?
Sacral.
Oh, the whole breath of fire that we're talking about holds.
Well, this sacral chakra, because it says that the benefit of it is that it works the navel center, which releases emotion. And a lot of our emotion is held in these two centers. Primarily, even this one, a lot of people will feel their sacral center because low back issues, endometriosis in women, female issues in women, bladder problems, kidney issues. So that is tied into this center, and the breath of fire works that a lot to help to release all of those built up energies. It readjusts and strengthens the nervous system, and it helps us to regain control over the stressful mental states that we might have. It will help the heart and the circulation by flushing the toxins out of the bloodstream. It massages the internal organs. It releases toxins and deposits from the lungs, the mucous lining, and the blood vessels. And it expands the lung capacity. So you'll find that a lot of the same benefits come from a lot of the same, from just breath work in general. But some of them, like the breath of fire, that really is expelling. It's an expelling breath. It heats up the body. So you're able to generate a lot of heat, circulation, blood flow. You also have lymphatic. You have an increase in your breath, so it gets the oxygen to your brain. You know, a lot of different things that are activating. So if you feel like you need to get a charge, start doing the breath of fire. You're going to get some energy. And as we learned the other day, we're expanding our life energy when we're using our breath work. So if you imagine your own personal energy just expanding as you're doing this, you're clearing things out, making room for more light.
Oh, I like that because I keep reading stuff like that about letting go, and I hope this works.
It'll work, I promise. Okay, so you can do this. I would say usually it's guided to do the inhalation and exhalation through the nose. You know, I've seen that you can do it through the mouth, but I really feel that through the nose is probably going to be the best place to start. And then if you want to go into more advanced techniques, you can do that. So go ahead and begin just by taking just a few deep breaths, just coming to center with a few deep breaths. Good, one more time in. Now this is where you want to make sure that you are sitting up so you can really pull in the muscles of the low belly. And so when you go to exhale the next time, pull those muscles in and have a sharp exhalation. Forcing it from here. Yeah. Place your hand on your belly if you need to feel that action. See, you got it. And what does the body want to do once you force all that air right out?
Breathe in.
It wants to suck that air back in. So the body's doing it without you really even focusing on the inhalation coming in. So try that a couple more times. See how that feels with the air coming in. And it might be a slower breath with the inhalation. That's okay for right now. So just focus on activating that exhalation and being forceful with that.
I feel like I'm not getting my lower belly. I feel like I'm just like breathing in normal.
You are. I'm watching you. That's why I told you to put your hand there. There you go. See, your hand's moving. So you're activating that low belly. Good.
Is it okay to finish the exhalation then, or do you have to go right into an inhale?
Your body's going to go right into an inhale.
Because I see what you're saying, because I still have breath. So I'm
Okay,
everything.
That means that you need to force a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, don't reserve
And
anything.
it's short, and I'm not getting rid of it.
Yeah,
Right,
so
I
if
I'm pushing enough or something.
Right, so once you want that whole exhalation to come out in one burst.
That's really hard to do.
It is hard to do, that's why we're doing it
With
this
your
practice.
mouth closed. Can we start it with our mouth open? I mean, that might be easier. I think it might be part of the problem is I'm like,
I don't know.
Because you don't, okay, so what you're doing though too is that when you're doing your exhalation, you're doing the exhalation from here. Right? You're feeling it here.
I could do it, but it's a longer, like it's not like quick like that. It's like, get it out.
try it from your mouth the first time. I think until I get used to it, that might help.
Yeah, I do get more out.
I think I can.
You're gonna feel the air coming out a little bit firmer. Yeah, it's gonna be more direct.
I feel like I'm gonna blow something else.
I know, that's what I'm afraid of.
I will get tissue. You
I
want
was
tissue?
gonna say.
I don't think there's anything in there. It just
feels, and
in
that's
your brain. You think you're gonna like.
that's okay. We're not modest.
Just hold my shirt up.
That's okay. So in one of the breaths that I have been taught to release energies that you have absorbed from other people is to take a deep breath in, let all of that build up to the back of the head, and then exhale it out through the nose in one burst.
I've heard you do that before.
Mm-hmm.
Feel it all come up to the back of the head.
Yeah, because this is where that cycle is with your governing in your central meridians. So you're bringing it up through the back. You're sending that breath down, filling up the lungs. Then you're bringing all that, building that pressure up to the back of the head where it's going to expel out the nose. Deeper.
Can I move my whole body if I do it?
What it will look like is this. So I'm pushing the air out so much that it's starting to fill, it's bringing the breath in, and I'm pushing it right back
And you
out.
don't feel like you're running out of air? You feel like you could keep doing that?
You can do it for a little while. You're going to build up. You may only start doing it for maybe 5 seconds, you know, and then you'll build up to 30 seconds. And some of the other practices, we've done it for 30 seconds. We've done that breath of fire through Kriya, through doing like leg lifts or different things. You continue the breath of fire. Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the problem is that we're always used to this area is what you hold in, you always hold this in. And so to release that with that breath of air is very hard to do.
It is hard to do.
Because it's contrary to what you're usually always doing.
And a lot of us are breathers
Even though
from
they
the
say
top.
not to.
Yeah.
It's like naturally that we do.
Right. So take a couple breaths where you open and expand the hips.
I feel yeah, this keeps happening to me too.
Yep.
I got stuck in here. I tried to
Opening and expanding the hips, creating that softness, let the belly go. Let the belly just relax and soften. We're not holding the belly in, we're bringing the breath all the way down. So we should have the low belly moving. Do you want to go grab some tissues?
I'll give it some.
Okay. Michelle's on it.
Oh.
There's some in the massage room. Second shelf. So once you practice that, now take a deep breath in. Feel that breath come all the way down. Push from the low belly. Good, Tina. Yes.
I have to close my eyes.
I know. That's okay. I'm gonna come over here and help. Yeah, I'm gonna come over here and help. Okay. Deep breath in. I want to feel it here. Breathe, 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 breathe. Yeah. And relax out. Just breathe. I'm just gonna have you breathe. Okay. So I want that breath to come all the way down here. Send, and let that breathe out. Good. Feel how that comes in. Now breathe it out. And breathe in. Feel that now. What muscle you're using. Now from here, push. There you go.
It's just coming out one side.
Mm-hmm.
I tried blowing before him, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Better.
So
Do you feel the
build
difference now?
Yeah, I'm actually contracting it in more.
Yes, you
Before
are.
I was mentally, but this, I'm actually physically moving.
You're physically, yes, you're actually contracting those belly muscles.
So you build yourself up to be able to do what you did?
What I did, you can do today.
We could do today?
Yes.
Okay.
The hardest part of this whole breath work, once you start doing it quickly like that, it'll come a lot easier. But what the hardest part is getting in tune with activating those low belly muscles.
Yeah, like when I was doing it, I really had to close my eyes and just really focus on my lower stomach.
Do that a few more times until you feel comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Do that a few more times.
Now, will we feel it back here too, pushing? Or should we only feel it here?
If you're tight in your low back, you may feel some of that pressure build in the low back.
But that's not good.
That's just an indicator that the muscles are tight in the back.
Well, we know that. Okay.
Yeah, because when You will be activating some of those muscles. Those are part of the core muscles too.
Okay.
So all of the action comes from the low belly and the exhalation.
Not here. Here.
This is secondary. This is primary.
I feel the heat for sure. It's like make my ears on fire.
Good.
That's
Yeah,
a good thing.
Maybe take some deep breaths in between. Reset. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to really think about it, but it is getting better.
So let me come over and assist a little bit because I did this for Carrie too.
You can feel it a little bit down here, but I feel it more up here.
Okay, so when you take a deep breath in, okay. Now I want you to breathe in, and I want you to start exhaling from here. Breathe in. Do not move this yet, just exhale the low belly.
Is this moving?
Inhale, and only exhale the low belly.
I don't know how. I guess I'm not sure how to do that.
Okay, so one belly on the one hand on the belly.
I think I'm concentrating on it, but
Okay, so just have the low belly rise when you breathe in.
my chest is totally rising.
Just the low belly. No, not forcing, just smooth inhalation, exhalation, just low belly raising. There you go. That's keying in to the low core muscles. You feel how that changes the breathing?
I almost think subconsciously, because that's always been bigger, so big, like I try not to push it out or something.
Yeah.
Maybe or something like
and
that.
I like that too, like where you hold it in.
Well, you're
And
always
so you're always using your chest
Maybe that's the
instead of
deal.
that.
Okay.
And it very well could be, but then what are you doing to that area of your body?
Constricting, obviously. Right?
All the time. And what's going to happen if the energy isn't flowing there?
I've been like that
It's
since
gonna
a kid. I remember always like just walking around. That's why my muscles were always so tight. I
Right.
would just hold everything
And still
in.
are.
Your whole body needs to breathe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to help low back pain, help anything.
Yeah.
It's even going to help with weight, because as long as it's moving and there's flow going through it energetically and physical, it's going to start pushing out toxins.
Cool. Pushing
Yeah.
it out.
Pushing out toxins. So now what I want you to try to do is breathe and open up the low belly, and then lift the chest. Deep, deep. And then let go of the low belly, let that air out, and leave it, and then do the breath in the chest. So one of the
That's a
breath
lot to
works,
focus on.
a lot to focus on. You can do this while you're laying down. Sometimes it's a little bit easier, but focus on controlling the breath in this way. Is you inhale, rising the belly first, and then the chest. And then when you exhale, let the air out of the top part of the lungs and then the bottom part. And then reverse it.
Oh, wow. So it doesn't always go belly first.
Reverse it.
Okay.
Bring the air into the upper part of the lungs and then fill up all the way through and lift the belly. And then release out of the belly, holding it in the top part and then releasing out the lungs. So that is a way of learning how to balance between what is occurring up in the top part of the inhalation and the bottom part of the inhalation.
So you can do either way first. It's not always belly
It's
first.
not
You can
always
mix
belly
it up.
first. Mix it
Okay.
up. It's you about learning how to control your breath. That's what it's about.
Well, we got a lot of work. I got a lot of work to do. I mean, really, that's a lot. That could be a lifetime of learning right there.
I don't think it'll take very long.
You don't think it'll take me a lifetime?
Oh no. I
Well,
think
well,
you'll have
I know like what you're saying.
I
Like
think
you've
you'll
been doing
have it in
it
a
one way
couple of
for
hours.
so long, and then to like switch it.
I'm older than all you.
That's okay. So how are you feeling with that exhalation coming out of the low belly, Carrie?
Better, and I feel like it helps keep my hands here. And faster I go, the easier it becomes.
It is. Right. That's why I said the most difficult part is really just keying into the muscles that we're going to be focusing on and using. Because you can do the breath of fire and you can do it from here.
Yeah.
But is that really getting into everything? You
So
know?
yeah, I just have to concentrate more.
Mhm.
But imagining someone like pushing through me like a punch, But I'm also feeling, because I'm going faster, then you start feeling
The
through
heat?
here. It almost like not dizzy, but not quite
Yes.
dizzy, but you're almost there, and I'm trying not to do
Yes,
that. So
yes.
it's
So
hard to balance.
you do want to be mindful if you start to feel a little tingly in the head, a little dizzy, to back off and take some deep breaths, and that might be just enough for you today. You'll build up to where you're going to be able to do it for longer periods of time. That's everything pushing through. That's everything clearing out.
I almost feel like that's when I start floating.
You do. And then they use these types of breath works to get to that level. They use, in more advanced pranayamas, it's a suspension of breath for a really long period of time where you do tend to disconnect. We're not doing that today. So those are advanced teachings that you really need a master or an instructor for, that has already been there and really knows how to assist in case anything were to come arise. And not only that, but you're doing different things. There's a cleanliness in the food that you eat. There's a lot of regimen and strictness with you're very disciplined in exercise, food, sleep, and water, in order to be able to do those types of breath work safely. So we're just introducing some of the basics in order for you to start clearing some things out. So if you ever do want to take it to that level, you can.
So just working down here clears things out.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So
It's
just
interesting
focus
how
on
much
that.
you
That'd be
feel
really
here
good
in
for
your
me.
cheeks.
Mhm.
Like just through here, like through this whole passage here, you feel so much. It's kind of neat.
By working down here?
Yes, but then because when I was starting to go faster, and you can feel it's here, but I'm feeling it through this whole area too.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, I shouldn't, when I'm working here, I shouldn't be working down here or up here. I shouldn't feel those muscles activate. Like when I
You're
exhale.
gonna feel these respond,
Okay.
but those are not the activating muscles. So kind of like when you have, these are secondary. So these are the one that are in action, but these are gonna respond with it. You
Okay.
might feel a little pull
So it's
in.
not wrong as long as this is rising. And
This is what you want to focus on.
I've
Yeah.
never been able to do that before, so.
You really want the breath to come all the way down. So when I'm doing the yoga practices or anything where we're doing, and I say, bring that breath all the way down to the low belly.
I thought I was.
That's the low
Yeah.
belly.
Yeah.
And you can go even lower. I say, bring that breath all the way down to the root chakra, to the tip of your tailbone. That's really literally bringing the breath all the way down to like
And
your
it's
anus.
slower,
section.
like I feel like slower, like I can do that when it's slow. Fast is definitely more challenging.
It is,
So.
but it's all in learning how to control the breath. And believe me, your body will pick that up because it's natural for it. It's, you may have been avoiding that type of breathing for a long time, but the body will respond because this is something that's natural for the body.
All right, so
Actually, it felt good.
So today we were focused on the low belly, but you just mentioned the pelvic floor. Is it ultimately better to just go all the way down to the pelvic floor, or are those for different purposes?
You are accessing the pelvic floor when you're working with the low belly here. You're almost there.
So you don't even have to think about that.
You're going
I'm
to
just
find that
picturing under
the
rib
more
cage,
you're able
like
to
when
do it,
pushed in, I'm picturing it in my head, like moving.
you can just picture even
You
like
know.
bringing the navel to the spine, really pulling that in.
So what were you saying? You can.
You're getting the breath almost all the way down. You're probably stopping still like right about here. But as that begins to open, that's going to create more access for the breath to go deeper. And then you'll find that you're using more of those pelvic floor muscles to push the air up and out.
Is that the ultimate goal? So they're going all the way
You
down.
really
and
want to
pushing
be able
out?
to go all the way down, absolutely.
So
yeah.
eventually focusing on that isn't bad, but this is an intermediate goal.
That's where
to
you're
work on that.
That's
Okay.
where you are right now. Yeah, for sure. So we're going to do a round of breath of fire. There are contraindications to this breath work. So if you are menstruating or if you are pregnant, you are going to be practicing deep breathing while we do breath of fire. I'm going to have you do breath of fire just for maybe 5 seconds. And then we're going to do some deep breath work, come back down, and then maybe try it for 10. So we're just going to do it in some short intervals, see how you feel. If you become dizzy or uncomfortable, stop and just come into natural breathing with it, some deep breath work. You guys ready?
Ready.
Ready to build some heat and clear out some crap?
Yeah, let's get rid of it.
Okay. So let me get this started. Hold on 1 second.
A lot of crap to get rid of.
Don't push it my way.
I know, sometimes I can't talk about it right now.
We got the air conditioning.
Okay. So what the goal is, like I said, you're going to be taking a deep breath in, exhale sharply through, and then let that air come in and then continue going. Start, begin. And stop.
Was I doing it right?
How did that feel?
It took me a minute to get that rhythm, but then once I got it, it was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
how
I
did
just felt like I just heard my nose going. Did you
Okay.
guys hear my nose?
I'm hearing my nose when I'm doing it, so I'm not worried about anything else. Yeah, so as you do that, did you feel okay with that pace?
I
I
like that.
did, once I
pace.
got going, it just, yeah, so like I found it and then I was good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how
So-
I felt. It felt better and easier than trying to
That's
do
what I
the
was saying,
longer
like once
ones.
I started going
It is.
faster, I felt like it was easier.
Yeah.
It is easier, and that's why I said it's going to be an easier. Once we start getting a quicker pace, it's easier. The hard part is trying to key into the low muscles that we're using, because people do use the breath of fire, and they're using it
Yeah, I
from
don't
here
wanna
and
do that.
here. You really want to be able to get all the way down to here. So we're gonna take a couple slow, deep breaths. Just calming the system. One last time in. Okay. And then this is going to be a deep breath in, and you're going to begin after this. So go ahead and take a deep breath in. And begin. And stop. Slow breath in. How'd that feel?
I feel like that was one of my better ones.
I feel like it was really rhythmic, and you were
Yes.
really in it, and you were
I
really
could
coming all the
feel
way
it
down.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And
I
how
felt-
did you feel with did you generate some heat with that one?
Yes, but not that weird, not a weird heat. Just,
Okay.
Just a good one.
Just a good heat.
Yeah. Not
Okay.
a dizzy thing, I just feel, it feels good.
Starting to
So-
clear out.
Yeah, I felt good there.
Okay. And Tina, how'd that go for you?
I felt like I messed my rhythm up. Like I felt like I eventually started feeling it in my back shoulders.
Okay.
Like I started there, but then I started to lose like the rhythm, so it was like kind of like scattered, and then it ended up in my shoulders.
Okay. Well, let's try it again for the same amount of time. Okay. So just take a few deep breaths, calming the body. Center your mind here. So you really want to center your mind. Bring your attention to the ajna, the third eye, connecting with your intelligence, intuition. Good. Feeling your body. Feel that breath coming all the way down into the pit of the stomach, all the way down to the low belly. Exhaling, contracting those core muscles, sending that breath up through the nose. 2 more deep breaths just like this. And exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. And after this inhalation, you will go ahead and begin. So deep breath in. Force that air out. And begin your breath of fire. From the pit of the belly. Yes, feeling that push. Good. Gradually increasing speed once you feel that you are getting the breath expelled from the belly. Good. Perfect. And breathe normal. Good. Now one more deep breath in. And exhale. Come back to your natural rhythm. And how was that experience?
That was good again. A couple times I could feel if I got off rhythm, but I got back on. And this time I felt it more through here. So it's just interesting. I feel it different places, you know, but it is fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when I get off the rhythm, it's just because I'm not concentrating on this. I think I am, but then I'm not. Like, I start thinking I'm concentrating on it, and then I'm off.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just focusing here,
Mm-hmm.
and I keep that there, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, the next thing that we're going to do, you're not going to concentrate because I think your body has it now where you're not going to
If I
concentrate,
just let
you're
it
just
go,
going to do.
that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
If I stop doing that and I just focus, my eyes like there,
Yes.
then I'm better.
Okay. How'd this one go for you? It looked like you did
Yeah.
a lot better.
Yeah.
Very
it
much.
was.
I could see that you were
But
actually
I had to
using
like
your
close
core
my
muscles.
eyes and like really focus on
Mhm.
it. Yeah, but
Absolutely.
it did. It was a lot better this time.
Did you feel a rise in heat? Do you feel it clearing out any particular space in the body?
Yeah, well, I just kind of felt it up in my cheekbones and in my ears.
Okay.
But
And
and
that
I noticed
makes
too,
sense.
if I started like a slower pace and then, like
Built
you
up.
said, built the
Yes.
speed up, it was
For
a lot
sure.
easier. I think
Yes.
the first time I was trying to do the speed right away, so
Mhm.
this time I kind of slowed myself or eased myself
Because
into it.
you can find yours pretty quick.
Yes, you will.
Start at your
Yeah.
own pace.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you will. Okay.
So-
And so with this one, I want you guys to just come into just a regular seat. Okay. We're gonna relax our arms, and our hands, and our jaws, and our shoulders. Roll those shoulders back. Nice tall spine. Sitting up straight. The energy is coming through the top of the head, slightly tucking the chin, just to create some space in the back part of the neck. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Do one more breath in. Exhale, clear out. And on the next exhalation, you're going to begin your breath of fire. So take a deep breath in and begin. Low belly, good. And come to stop. And breathe in. Good. And then go ahead and open your eyes. Good. Better. Nice. Yeah. And you are using that. So the key again is having the next goal. Now that you know what muscles to activate, you're really pressing that belly in and sending the air out, so the body's just automatically sucking the air in. When the body's doing that though, you want to focus on the next level is the inhalation, exhalations to be the same. So if your exhalation's real short, you're gonna get a burst of inhalation, but then you're gonna exhale it real quick. So that will be the next one in the stage of where you guys are taking your breath work. Really close on timing though. You guys were both probably, your inhalations may have been a little bit longer than your exhalations, but that's where once you're still working on getting those muscles to extract, you were pretty much close in timing with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I sensed it in my head at one point, and then I tried to even make it better.
Mhm.
And it helped though, and to realize, okay, I don't have to keep my hands here either.
Mhm.
So it was good that I could do that,
Mhm.
keep them here and still manage it.
Absolutely. Really good. You guys picked up on that quick. Good job.
Actually,
I
fun.
just want to keep practicing.
And I like it.
Well, we're going to move into the mantra portion.
Darn it.
If that's okay with you. So it does say here that and I kind of said this is to start it with short intervals, especially at home. You can start with 30 seconds. We worked with about 20 seconds, but we did it 3 times in a row. So you can start with maybe 30 seconds, take some long deep breaths, reset, and then try it again and see how you're going to eventually start to build up. But while you're still doing it in the short intervals, is focusing on bringing the inhalations and exhalations into the same time. Okay. So you want to be able to learn how to do this for longer periods of time without any discomfort. So you are going to be learning to building that up. But then you can also, as we'll learn in some of the Kundalini stuff, is that you're going to use it during your Kriya work. So imagine adding that breath work into motion, and it's really fun. It really does help and clear energies. And so Kundalini yoga is all about taking that energy, bringing it up through the spine, but also getting trapped energies out of the body. So whether you're holding it here, it really helps to just push that out, all that restriction. Okay, so the mantra that we're going to be doing today is Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Satanama. 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 So Sa is birth. It's the beginning, infinity, the totality of everything that ever was or is and will be. Totality of everything. Past, present, future. And it is the birth or the beginning. Ta is life. It is existence, creativity from which manifests into our reality, and it is also infinity. So it is life, existence, infinity, creativity. Na, N-A, is death, change, and the transformation of consciousness.
Death, change, and what?
The transformation of consciousness. And then we have Ma, which is rebirth, regeneration, and resurrection. And that resurrection is what allows us to consciously experience the joy of the infinite.
Rebirth and what was the second?
Rebirth and regeneration.
Allows us to consciously experience the joy of the infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That's going to be in the video, right? If I missed anything.
All of these are in the notes of the videos that we are sending you guys. Yes, all of these notes are there. So, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. And we can use our finger counts, which is Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. 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 And begin. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. 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 So I do have one that I'm going to play for you guys as well, to see how the difference in speed or more of like a song. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 So which one would you prefer? Which one did you guys like?
I like the music in the back.
The music one?
Yeah.
The song, the low one? Okay. So again, trying different ones, just different ones, and I could tell that when I was doing the first one, I was getting lower in my body. The vibration was lower here. So if I need to clear out something in my solar plexus, I might do sa, ta, na, ma. This one I felt was clearing out more of my throat, you know, and so more maybe the sing-songy, and so I was doing that one. It was clearing out more the energy from my high heart, my throat center. So just notice in your body how that shows up and where that clearing comes from and where that vibration is really working, and what you might be clearing for yourself that day. So we are going to move into meditation. We're going to be doing a little bit longer of a meditation today. I think we ended with 12 minutes last time, so we're going to move to 15 minutes. You guys ready? Yeah, 15 minutes. Okay, so go ahead and get comfortable. Move around for a moment if you need to, because we've been sitting for a while. But go ahead and situate yourselves so we can begin moving into 15-minute meditation. and turn these lights off. So take a deep breath in just to tune in. Exhale. Connecting with that breath, sending that breath all the way down into the low belly, all the way down into the root chakra. Exhaling out and feeling your life force expand all the way up through the center, out through the top of your head. With each breath, there's a little bit more expansion, feeling your life force energy strengthen and clear with each breath. Bring the center, your focus to the center of your forehead, your Ajna chakra. And begin. to your awareness and back to your breath. Open your eyes. Begin moving your arms, your legs, your fingers, your toes. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to seal our practice today with an Om. So take a nice deep breath in. Namaste.
Namaste.